Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 5 of our Road to the 715 series that we're doing here. We're at the co-op to sell our grain because we need some money to tide us through until winter when we sell all of the grain we're harvesting. That is what we're doing today, by the way. Got our rented New Holland harvester here at our peas field. Last episode we did harvest our wheat in 28 and in field 50. We're going to do all of these peas here. These two pieces, so not field 7, unfortunately. I don't have the money to pay for that, but 30,000 for the grain and 2,000 for the environmental score reward gets us almost 40 grand, that's pretty good. We do have a lot more wheat to sell. If we check down here, 74,000 liters, so there's more money where that came from. As this is a rented combine and I'm fairly certain I'll use it for more than 1 hour. I need money to pay for it. Cost me about $9,300 every hour I use it, so that's what we got the money for. Gonna drive this thing back to the field and then we will begin the harvest. Alright, we've got lots of harvesting to do, so let's go ahead and get in the field. It's gonna tell me I don't have access to this land. It's just lying, because I do. And I do want to see if I can do straw. It would appear not. So yeah, we're harvesting our peas. They don't really leave much stubble, do they? Oops, I hit my telephone pole. Gonna try and take this thing, it's a big field, kind of split it into two halves. The upper half, and then it is all split by this river, so we'll go down below. I guess it's not a river, it's more of a stream, but we're gonna take it back and forth a couple times here, and then do a couple of perimeter laps all the way around. I want my pipe to be on the left side, as it is. Towards the open side of the field, so we're just going to do some perimeter laps all the way around the field, in and out, all the way down, tracing that edge. We'll get it once, and then wherever the semi needs to go is where it'll go whenever we fill up. We're already at almost 20% full, and we've barely done anything, so that's a little silly. It's looking like we're going to get some crazy good yields out of this field, although in the map my yield isn't looking great. I don't know what that's about. But for today, what we're doing is harvesting these peas, and then I'm also going to use my Massey Ferguson attached to our little, I think it's a Cokerling cultivator. Yep, Cokerling Vector 800. It's 8 meters, so about probably 25, 26 feet wide. And I'm going to be cultivating field 28 and 50, I believe. I may cultivate the bottom part of field 1 as well to make that kind of a separate field. And then I want to eventually get around to, not this episode, but eventually get around to planting some soybeans with a no-till planter. We can kind of, I suppose, look through in the used vehicle shop and see what we can find. I want something that's no-till, so I don't have to come through and cultivate like I'm doing right now. But the used vehicle sale doesn't have anything, so we can check our planters, and I can always install a couple of mods. That's not no-till. So we got an 11 meter, 13.4 meter, and 18 meter Agco planter. That's an option. Never used it before, so it might have some issues. Some of the mods don't work that well. This is kind of what I was thinking. $35,000, 8 meters wide. Not the best option. It's pretty small. We've also got the, I guess the Horsch ones can't no-till. But this Kinsey, this is nice. Needs 350 horsepower. It's also $250,000. And then this Kinsey is another option, 140,000. It can no-till, but it can't do fertilizer. This Kinsey Blue Drive can do fertilizer. Looks like this planter can do fertilizer as well. And so can these. These can get some liquid fertilizer in there, it would appear. Anyways, depending on how much money we get, that'll determine which planter we go with. If we don't get a ton of money from all these crops, of course, we do have to pay off $100,000 of our loan. We have $300,000 out. I made a commitment to pay off $100,000 for every harvest, so we've got to do that. But then after that, however much money we have left over can go into our planter, and we also need to buy things like seed and fertilizer and herbicide and all that stuff. Fuel for our tractors, some upkeep, because there may start to need some maintenance done on them. That's where the money's going to go. But I don't want to spend the money before I've got it. I do have enough for that little planter. That's what I was thinking. if we wanted to maybe go with a bigger tractor and a planter, that's where we can go with this one. That's only $35,000. That is by far the cheapest option because it's older and smaller and can't go as fast. So if we wanted to get something like a nice new flashy tractor, but we also want to get a little planter, that's what we'd go with. I have a feeling I'm going to want something a little bigger and better than that. And, you know, there are more mods I could look into getting as well. Well, that's gone really well. We've got 197,000 liters of peas and 74,000 liters of wheat, which translates to, you know, none of these are exact, but around $184,000 worth of wheat and around $470,000 worth of peas, which is crazy. That's a lot more than I was thinking. And down here, if we sold everything minus the 20,000 of anhydrous ammonia, because I'm not selling that, it's like around 660,000, which is bonkers. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher than that. That's crazy. So that's a lot better than I was expecting. 600,000 is going to go quite a long ways. Let's just turn around here. And we do have to return our harvester, and obviously I'm finishing cultivating this field. We did finish this field down here, 50. It's cultivated. I'm going to leave fields 1 and 51, all these together. Going to keep them just as harvested right now. And we're just going to get in there directly with a no-till planter. And yeah, I'm not sure which one we're going to get, but we'll figure that out next episode. I do need to return this, though. Did pretty good, 3.4 hours. You can see it's almost out of fuel, the bottom right. Yep, just return it. What a beast. And the yield we got was a lot better than last time. Right now, the worst part's actually down here, which you can see if we go check the soil type, loamy sand. You can see it's yellow up in the top left and yellow down here, and that's where the worst yields are. So, you know, same with up here. The yellow always gets the worst yield. So, yep, that's just something we got to deal with. Loam is the best. The gray, that kind of sandy gray, you can see it's sort of in the middle of this field here, and that translates to really high yields everywhere it is. So, it'd be good to look for fields in the future that have some of that good stuff. But like this field 15, it's huge. It's only 400,000. That's as big as field 1, our biggest field right now. I could just buy it. It's even bigger, 40 acres versus 37. So next year we could pick up potentially a planter and a large amount of land, which will be crucial in us getting towards that 715 that we're looking for. That's of course the new mod from Custom Modding. I say new, it's probably been out a month by now. I take my sweet time getting to it, don't I? But that's what it is. It's a beast. Over $1 million. We're going to have to really work at it to get up there, but we will need more land to get there. Let's focus on the land we've got right now. I'm going to get this thing tilled up before next episode. We're going to be planting the entire time. We're going to try and get all the fields done at once. I don't know if I can, but yeah, that'll be coming out in a little bit, so stay tuned. I hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I'll see you next time. Peace.